Well, we need to send out messengers immediately to make sure no more aggressions are put forth to anybody.
Yes, I've been getting messages from the gods about declaring war, and that's what I wanted to start, since he was not replying to us. But now that everything is fixed, I can call it truce.
For the time being, yes. This actually will be fixed. That
Was that not just
to
a
be found out.
figment of our imagination?
As for Knighthood, Brian,
This does look like
Luther,
beast for
I'll need you
Storm's
to
End.
continue with that.
Aye.
Perhaps they're inside. Give me a moment.
The Maester. I need Albert. Can you look at the Maester, please?
I'll see if I can find him. Where's he at?
I just heard him. I think he's outside in the courtyard.
Go ahead,
What is
Hey,
going on?
Maester.
Yes.
The king
Yes.
need
Hello.
you. Please come in.
Very good. I thought I saw him rode by, but I didn't see his mount outside. Hello, Sire, and hello, Lord Tyrell, and both of you. How's everyone this eve?
It's been a long day.
I need ravens to be sent out to all the kingdoms. Any aggressions to Silverlock need to cease. And any castles that won't have a Maester available needs to have a messenger deliver word to leave the men alone for the time being.
Oh, very good. I'll be sure to send ravens out immediately.
And then if you can find Eric, going to send him to Winterfell, the Vale, and Castle Rock to stop anything from happening to Silverlock at the moment. And then
I see.
the major settlements to leave notes in the same regard.
Very good. I will help to draft those notes for him. Might I ask what has changed?
We got back from a meeting with Silverlock. And for the time being,
I see.
there'll be no more hostilities.
And any word on Maester Bjorn, Fan, any of the other civilians, Cletus, and anyone else from King's Landing?
Cletus has turned himself in. Maester Bjorn has not been seen, or Farron.
I see, and very good. Do you see this as a long-term deal? I've heard many individuals tell of the silver tongue of this Silverlock fellow, and well, I'm glad to hear things have ceased. I do hope it was not of too much difficulty yourself to make this happen.
And that's what I'm going to discuss here with Lord Davis and Luther. So if you can send the Raven, find Tarek and send them off with the exact words that aggressions against Silverlock need to cease at once.
Very good. I will certainly get to task. Would you like me to rejoin you here once I'm done?
Indeed.
Very well. I will get to task right away. Derek, come with me.
Now, this man is going to expect a lot, and I do not know exactly how to go about it.
If he wants a kingdom or something, give him Castle Black.
Try and get a bit closer so I can hear them properly.
Indeed.
Bit better anyway.
I don't think the man would see that as a reward for what has happened.
I don't either.
You can always give him high guard.
We could.
That would cost me 1,000 gold, Albert.
Aye. As soon as I get it. I'm sure Silverlock's got it.
That being said, Your Grace, earlier, before all of these talks, he did mention that he had a lot of spies, and that he also had others coming to pledge their alliance to him. So in the future, it may become an issue, but for now, it seems times have settled. So.
Aye, I got it. I know where you can send him, King.
Where's that, Albert?
The Islanders. I think they'll like him.
Unfortunately, I do
He
not
only
have
attempted to killing 2 of their kids. I think they'll bypass that.
Trust me, Albert. Leo showed up at my front gate when Mr. Silverlock appeared. Mr. Leo wasn't too pleased with his appearance.
Well,
I'm sure
that
they'll
may-
make amends somehow. I've heard about their jungle gym.
That incident with his cannons and the Iron Islanders, that's a fault on the man, and there's nothing that I can do anything about. I do not hold any authority over the Iron Islands, and that's going to be something he's going to fix on his own. And I will voice that the next time we meet.
As far as Maester Bjorn goes, I found a note in the box in his compound with the location where he probably resides.
Well, Bjorn is no longer in the hand of the king. That position will go to Brian once he is brought back. And through
And I will get right on that, of course.
Jesus Christ.
and between Luther, Brian, and myself, and Lady Ella when she returns, that will be the start of the council. Lord Davis, with your brother sitting in the council, your house will have a say in what happens to this kingdom.
What do you mean
Brian
by
was
that?
teach with your brother sitting on the council and the council convening over the issues of the realm.
Actually, I'm gonna have to speak with Baron out of character and see when he wants to bring Brian back. 'Cause that might be a good gateway for me to become a Red Priest again. I could perform the ritual on him.
Governed from here on out, so
I have to speak to him about that, see when he wants to bring him
decisions that were
back.
made by myself, and we talked about prior, so I don't make any more mistakes. But before Brian was killed, we spent many nights sparring together, and he agreed to be my squire. And we taught each other many things: how to fight wildlings, how to conduct himself as a knight, south of the wall. So when he comes back, he is going to be a knight and no longer considered a wildling.
will he go under a different alias, Your Grace, or will he still be known as Brian? I don't remember his last name, unfortunately.
He will go as Sir Baron, under the name of his father.
Aye.
Might I have a moment, Lord?
Yes. In private.
No, I'm happy to speak amongst the men here. As you know, I've spent quite a lot of time with Maester Bjorn, and while his acts have been vile, treacherous, and suddenly he is no longer welcome within the kingdom, I know he has had time at Castle Black before. They have asked me directly for the aid of a maester at the wall. I know it is a dangerous time and it's hard to trust those, but might I recommend that as a possible option for Maester Bjorn, to force him to take the black and to serve the men of the Night's Watch.
Nobody's going to die, if that's what you're worried about. I've had enough.
Bjorn already went to the Night's Watch last season, but he left.
Last me a lifetime at this moment. But
Ran away and was never punished for it.
Maester Bjorn, I believe, was acting out of love for Ella. I believe his judgment was clouded. And I will not fault a man for that, because that is also my fault. But he should have known that being newly married, not knowing the ways of women, and trying to stop a rebellion didn't give me the time to show proper emotions to the queen.
And he had reported that evening, I suppose, the attack. It's the one that got Davis all worked up with the Iron Isles as well.
Are you talking about when they brought you into their ship and you pretty much drowned?
Pretty much. That was that first siege that took place here.
Yes, that was during the beginning of the Silverlock thing on the bridge.
Ah,
Hi, hello there.
I
Oh, I hope
believe
you
that
understand.
Mr. Silverlock, aren't you?
I believe that the Iron Islanders were
Nothing we can do
mistaking.
for it.
One
That's
thing.
quite alright. That's what I'm good at.
Mistaken? When I told them specifically I was coming to bring reinforcements to the king, it was a mistake.
Hey, what you and the king do
Perhaps
is between you two, not
we could
me.
take this conversation inside, away from prying ears. You're all more than welcome to come to my tower.
Albert.
Well, Your Majesty, he's a member of your
As you
realm.
wish.
Mr. Brennan,
And right now,
just real
Yes.
quick, you remember what I mentioned
I'm
about
pretty
Lily?
upset, and
The
we
secret
left
she
on
told
really
me?
good terms.
Yeah,
But
Based on
right now,
confidence, I expect
I'm
that not to
getting
be
my
spread,
anger
please.
level is rising like
of
you
course
wouldn't
not.
believe. I'm reaching the point
have
of
no
being a
reason
volcano.
to. As I said yesterday, there's
Albert, leave
far
now.
bigger things going on.
Hi, very
Now.
well.
Very well. If you don't
See
mind,
you later, sissy boy.
I'm not part of this report. I was only the escort. I'm going to stay out.
I
Right.
apologize.
So, I just saw Cletus.
Everybody be quiet. What can I do for you?
Well, I
I do
just
apologize.
spoke with
I'll
Cletus.
handle that, man.
I do hope you handle that man, because that kind of attitude and disrespect is not befitting in your presence. Also, you know, he spoke about going on, like being lenient with those who you believe were betraying you, and I was thinking of other people, not Cletus. But I
Before you
saw
go
Cletus
any farther,
is going to the
one
wall.
second. Mr. Silverlight, please, 1 second.
Yeah, all right.
I
Yeah.
engaged Cletus. I engaged Cletus before meeting with you. What you might have heard is going to change.
All right. Then we're good. We're good then. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
He's
Good.
just going to be
I
placed.
like that.
He's just going to be placed under kind of a house arrest. He will remain here in King's Landing until he
For
can.
crimes he hasn't.
Just to make sure that Cletus doesn't go get himself in trouble, not in regards to you, but himself.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's still imprisonment, mate. He hasn't done anything wrong. Why is his rights and freedoms being taken away? He's a good friend of mine, and just because he's associated with me,
Just realised I had
and
my
he's,
FPS counter on. Sorry
there
about
was
that.
a misunderstanding. Now he's getting the rub.
He's not going to be closed up. He's just going to be watched and protected to make sure he doesn't go off and do anything that Cletus is very good at doing, if you understand my meaning. As his friend, I believe you do.
Yes, sometimes he doesn't word things right, mate, but that doesn't mean he can't have freedom, be able to move around. I think the problem comes when people misinterpret words, not specifically saying you, but others when they just hear things. That's the problem. Cletus is a lovable elf who wanted to have a battle where I was going to lead one group and you would lead another in a big clown piss-up with not even deadly weapons, right? And someone got that into your ear that there was a rebellion, right? Now, Cletus, he might not be the best at explaining himself, but that's what he was talking about. And that's what he was trying to get people to do, seeing what the interest is. There's nothing wrong in that, mate.
I understand that, Mr. Silverlot. Cletus can have his bar back. Or if he wishes not to reside in King's Landing anymore, then he will be freely to go if he wishes to reside with you and move his bar closer to where you reside. The man will have his own decision on the matter.
Well, he wants to live here, mate. That's his whole thing. He just wants his bar back. He never wanted to lose it in the first place. I mean, if he was going to try and be, like, subversive, he wouldn't do it in King's Landing when he's a resident.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I will do right by Cletus. You don't have to worry about that. I have just finished convening with my trusted advisor at the moment, and you'll have word of compensation for the wrongs that I've done dealt to you. Once I verify what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do, you will have notice. As for that man,
as
for that man that was just being an idiot, I will say that will be handled right now.
Alright, I'm just going to let you know, if you don't handle it, I will. Alright?
No,
that's a personal slight that he paid me. Alright, well, I'm going to put this as a, this will be like a token of trust. I'll see how you deal with it, and you can inform me how it goes. But alright, I'm glad we've been able to speak, and that things are, you know, still moving in the right direction.
To accept the offers we provide them, they do award it.
More secure location if you want. Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I need to talk to the king about it, bro.
If you would prefer to wait for the king, that's fine. Hopefully he should be back before too long. I'm guessing.
I would prefer to talk to the king with you if he would prefer to talk with you, but if not, then I'd rather talk to him alone. I do apologize that it is this important that you may not hear it unless he allows you to.
Oh, well no, if what you think is going on is more important, I can always wait.
It is really important. I believe it is extremely important to the king, as far as I've heard from somebody from Storm 10. I actually have a letter. That's what I'm trying to keep for him. For the king himself.
Okay.
I've got to level up.
I do hope you both understand.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't as important as it is, I would be glad to discuss it with y'all in private. But I'd rather talk to the king first and see if he will allow y'all to listen to it through the discussion.
Yeah, I understand completely.
Thank you for understanding. I was going to ask, is there a different way the king comes in? Or will he come through this area right here?
He'll come he'll come through here. When he comes back, he'll probably head straight up to the keep.
Alright, thank you.
And he will pass right by you here.
Yes, I understand that. Well, I must talk to him urgently, and I hope he does return soon.
What do you need, Whitetail?
I'm having a bit of trouble placing things into my house.
Oh yeah, still.